What is up, you guys? Today we are going to sit down and have a little story time. If you're new here, my name is pronounced Kamisha. My goal is through my experiences in my life journeys, learning the lessons that I learned the hard way. I want to come on here and I want to share what I've learned with you. That way you can live your life with more joy and more alignment and attain goals quicker and faster with the knowledge that I have accumulated through doing it, messing up, and learning something. So, as always, I would love to have you part of the family. Be sure to like and subscribe, and you can click the little bell. That way you're notified every single time a new video drops. So let's hop into it. I think that this is the thing that I have put the most effort and time into manifesting. Up until this point, I think that I've spent almost, I want to say like 5 years imagining this and building this. But if I could go back, I would know exactly what to do and how to speed up my process. So my goal was to manifest my soulmate, and I had come up with like painstaking details about this person. Things that I knew only God could communicate to this person. And when I saw those things in that person that walked into my life, whenever that was going to be, when I saw those telltale signs, then I would know that that is for sure the person that I was asking for and the person that I was manifesting in my life. I was in a previous relationship asking for this, and I thought, because you never know how it's going to manifest. So to me, I was completely open for the person that I was with to turn into the person that I wanted. I knew what I wanted, and I knew that what I was getting at that moment wasn't really it. But I believe that you should kind of always have this mindset to an extent. That way you can keep on growing, because if you're not growing, you're dying. And so you should always have like some area that you want to improve. But I just kind of left that up to the universe. So I came up with my list, and I would sit down regularly and I would journal about this person that I wanted to call into my life and the things that I wanted to do together and how I wanted our relationship to be, and what things that, like what kind of lifestyle I wanted, the fact that I wanted to have kids, the fact that I wanted him to be a great salesperson. I actually manifested like us working at the same job, and we worked at the same job for a bit. My God, guys, it's actually crazy. So I was manifesting this. I remember like years ago, I was journaling and I was reading How to Build an Empire by Elena Cardone. And this power couple, I'm going to be giving you guys all of like the details along the way of everything that I did. So I first found role models. Like, what did I want? So I went out and started looking for like other people that had what I wanted. And then I started looking at what they did to manifest the relationship and create the strength and the bond that they have right now. So Elena and Grant were the first people that inspired me. And then I found a few other couples that were on Instagram that had really beautiful God-centered relationships. And I definitely knew that that was something that I wanted to manifest as well. But I loved the empire that Elena and Grant had built. And I also love the clarity in their relationship that they created as well. So I was reading her book, How to Build an Empire, and she was talking about when she manifested Grant and how she had a list of what that person was like and how their relationship was and everything from A to Z. So I was like, you know what? Okay, so I went making my list, and I made my list over and over and over and over and over again, and like so much detail. And then some things I like dropped off and changed. I remember Elena brought up a point, and she said, like, I manifested a guy that was 6 feet. If you know anything about Grant Cardone, he's short. So Elena was like, you can't be the guy I was looking for, because I manifested him to have like, I think it was like green eyes and brown hair and be 6 feet tall and whatever. And she had like this physical image, but really, she realized after, and I'll just tell you this now that way you don't have to learn it the hard way. That person can show up like, I mean, I don't want to say looking like anything, but sometimes the universe sends you the weirdest fucking packages that is actually like your delivery. And it's just kind of like this practical joke that the universe plays on you. This is actually kind of funny. I manifested, like, I essentially wanted someone similar to me because I have so many, like, intricacies about me that if that person would be like the total polar opposite, it would kind of be hard for us to get along. So I wanted someone similar to me because like attracts like. I manifested that, and then I got the shortest guy I ever dated, which I thought was fucking hilarious. Like, I was like, at the universe, good one, because I manifested like someone like me in a man's body, and then the universe is like, we're gonna take that super literally, so he's basically gonna be your height. Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. And then, so I was reading the book, I found other mentors, I had my list, I had been like praying nonstop for this. But I wasn't really clear on how to call it in until I decided I wanted to go to California. And it was this super random thing. I just randomly called up one of my girlfriends and I was like, you know what? I want to go to California. And she was like, you know what? Let's do it. Last minute, she backed out of the trip. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, when you're calculating how much it is, so I live in Canada. Let me just give you like the blonde version of how a map looks like in my mind. So I live here in Canada. I guess for you guys it would be like the opposite. I live on the East Coast. So I had to go to like the West Coast and then all the way down to California. And it's like at the end of the states. Like, imagine you have like Canada and the States. In my mind, they're just blocks. And then I had to go from here all the way down here. So it's already a far trip. And then things in California, you're converting from Canadian dollars to American dollars. Anyways, I was planning this trip for 2 people, and it was just this random weekend, super random weekend. I booked it a few months ahead, and I just booked a flight that I couldn't even cancel. I couldn't even make any changes to. And I was like, I'm gonna figure out the rest later. I didn't have the money for the trip. I didn't know how I was gonna get the money. I didn't really care. And I was just like, you know what? I'm manifesting this. So I just like jumped off the cliff and was like, the universe will catch me. And then I was like free falling for a while, and I was like, oh my God, like it's coming up. It was in May, and I had no idea where I was going to stay. I knew I needed a car just in case anything happened. And then I was like online one day, and I came across Angie's seminar. Like, and it was like her first seminar in person for theta healing, to learn how to do theta healing. And I was reading this, and it was like, do you want to tap into your intuition, manifest things quicker, clear up your limiting beliefs, heal, and do like a baby in the womb exercise where you heal your traumas from the point of conception, learn how to connect up to creator and go through the 7 planes of existence. And anyways, she had a whole list of things. And I was like, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. And it just so happened to be on the fucking day. I picked a random day. I booked this months ahead. Okay? Random weekend. And it was that weekend. And I had just enough time to go to that seminar. And I had my savings. I took out all my savings. And I was like, I can't go there and not do this. Like, I'm doing this. So I took out all my savings. I maxed out all my credit cards. I was like, I'm going all in on this one thing. And this one thing was the thing that made me be able to manifest my soulmate in my life. And I think it's so fucking crazy because the universe gives you these little like options and these little opportunities that are subtle and that you don't really think much of. And you're like asking, you're like, I want this thing, I really want to manifest, whatever. And then you get like these little things that push you right the fuck out of your comfort zone. And you're like, oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm worried. And like, you know, I don't know how it's going to turn out. And then you have all of this fear and doubt and whatever. And at the point that I was at in my life, I had no fear. I had no doubt. I already knew I was going to be living out of my car after the trip. And I was like, whatever, like, I don't even need money. Like, I don't fucking care. I can live out of my car and eat a can of tuna in a day, and I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to connect with people, and my human connection is going to be the thing that feeds my soul. And at the end of the day, I don't need all of these things to be happy, because I learned before that that this whole false sense of security is not something that makes you happy. It's just something that makes you complacent. So whatever. I was like, you know what? Let's push myself to the absolute max. Let's put my back against the wall. Let's, paddle out in the ocean, burn the fucking ship, and see if we can swim back. And I did that, and then that was the thing. Like, I did a ton of work before, working on my mindset and having my nutrition in check and having all of these things in check, because everything is chaotic in life. But when you make yourself a stable force, and you're stable, and then this is chaotic, it makes it so that this is like, normal people are like this. They're like, all over the place, and then life's like, and then everyone's like, So I was like, you know what? I don't want to look like that, because y'all look fucking weird. So I was like, I'm going to be a stable force. I'm going to get my nutrition in check. I'm going to get my mindset in check, my training in check, my schedule in check. I'm going to get my money right. I was making 6 figures, but this trip was expensive. This seminar was expensive for someone making 6 figures. And anyways, I just went all in on it. And I knew that I was going to be able to make the money back within fucking 2 weeks. So I didn't really care. Also, I was living out of my car, and I didn't really feel like I needed to spend money to be happy, because I knew that my happiness didn't come from me spending money. It came from other things. And so I was just like, you know what? And then that was the one thing. And then it's crazy. I went to California. I had the experience of a lifetime. That changed my life forever. And I manifested what I wanted, but it doesn't show up the way that you expect it to. I literally found this guy on Tinder. I'm like, holy fuck. That's crazy. It showed up in like such a crazy way. And then there were so many other things that in that manifestation, you're like, I don't think that this is the thing. Like, the universe will try to play you all of the time. And you'll be uncertain in your manifestations, and you'll be like, like, I'm not sure that this is the thing. And then it turns out to be like the most immaculate blessing of your life, because sometimes the packaging just shows up and you're like, I don't think that this is what I ordered. Like, I ordered Amazon Prime, and this just came in a brown box, and it doesn't look like it's from Amazon Prime. And then you open up the box, and then you're like, oh shit, this is exactly what I wanted. So now I am actually able to help other people do the same thing. I don't teach you how to become what's called a practitioner. So a practitioner is someone that can help other people, but I can definitely help you connect up through the 7 planes of existence to creator, use the power of all that is to manifest things faster, clear up limiting beliefs that you have. I can also make sure that you're not a vibrational match to all of the negative energy or people, and then you can find out why you're drawing in people, circumstances, and events into your life, because it's all meant to teach you something, because your soul is here to evolve. And you need to have like that hardship and pain. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. That's not true. So you need to have the difficulty of going through a challenge to be able to grow and evolve, but you can manifest it in the highest and best way, in a way that is joyful and happy and fun. You can manifest learning in a way that's fun. We can also take that out, because I realized that through doing all this healing work, I had a lot of things that were attracting negativity into my life, which I didn't want. So I just cleared that up, and then I became I'm thinking of other things right now, can you tell? So I became not a vibrational match to that. And once I cleared that up, those things stop manifesting into your life.